Hey, it's Ryan here. Welcome to the latest video. Now, today we're going to get back to basics. We're going to talk about some card technique. Something you're probably already doing, but maybe can be doing a little bit better with a couple tips and ideas. So, fair warning though, spoiler alert. If you're not a magician, you're not already doing card sleight of hand, stop watching this video right now. It's not going to teach you anything good, it's just going to ruin magic for you. If you are a magician, you are doing card tricks, stay tuned for today's Ryan's Tips and Tricks for Magicians! So if we're talking about the double lift, we need to go back a little bit in history because once upon a time, there was no such thing as close-up magic. I know, that's a little weird to think about. Back in the day, and this was going back to pre-1940s maybe, about that era, 1930s, 1940s. Before that, close-up magic wasn't really a thing. It was called pocket tricks. And it was kind of almost said in a dismissive way by the stage performers. Oh, those amateurs and their pocket tricks. Because there wasn't really a venue for close-up magic. Even, Hofzinser would present as a parlor magician, even though he's recognized as a card guy. So the double lift is actually a technique that goes from before close-up magic, and it looks something like this. Being able to pick up two cards off the top of the deck to show them to an audience, or show it, pardon me, to show it to an audience. To pick up a card and show it to an audience like that. And as opposed to what we nowadays often call a double lift, which would be taking the card off the top of the deck and turning it over, that's a double turnover. And the key difference is you are lifting a double lift off of the deck in order to display it, like so, and a turnover is being turned onto the deck. So there's no good reason to do a double turnover if you're presenting on stage or in a parlor situation, because if you want to show an audience, this is showing you more than showing the audience. Like you can see just from the camera angle, in order to show this card to you, I need to do an awkward twist or hold it up, which is a weird thing to do. The best way to think about magic moves is always how would you do it if you weren't doing the move? And if I wanted to show you the card, I would just do this. So what's the best we can do to simulate that while still making it a double? And the classic double lift technique is just a little bit of a different grip in order to keep them square, because if you try and hold a card just by the corners, you can start to get that little bit of a, drift. Mind you, it can be done, especially for a quick display. If I wanted to simulate this movement, which would be my natural way to do it, I could do that. How about this? Here we go. That's a perfectly good way to show a card off to an audience, and it's a double card. So that technique, I'll run through just the basics of it. It's based on Martin Nash's knockout double lift, which is based on a second deal technique. So let's look at this close up. What's happening here is the thumb is pushing cards off the top of the deck, like so. And this little finger, the second finger, is actually acting as a bit of a gauge in order to separate that third card. So the thumb is kind of pushing off somewhat indiscriminately whatever number of cards it happens to push. But this second finger is being the detail guy and being able to separate off that third card. So you can see if I exaggerate that, it's not squared at this point. The thumb is pulled off, this finger has stopped that third card from going. But if I take that thumb and push it back up, now it's going to square against that doorstop of a finger. So it's squared here, it's nestled in there, so it's very square on that side. And it leaves this open corner that I can pick up. Now the best way to pick up a card and not have it separate is to kind of create this tri-force. So pressure, 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 and it's going to make a bit of a bow and stop that card from separating. So I'm going to pick up, two fingers underneath, thumb on top, and put a bit of pressure to make that bow. Let's see if I can show you that. Where's that going to look? Maybe there. You can see how I am putting pressure on that card to keep it together. And you're able to show that card pretty freely. and it's not going to show at the top corner. It looks pretty good if you keep that pressure on. So, try that again. In fast, smooth motion, or slow, smooth motion. Thumb pushes down, second finger stops the third card, kicks back, pressure, and show. So that's based on Martin Nash's KO double lift, and a technique to show that card to the audience. I'm not gonna lie, that takes a bit of practice. I've been working on that as my primary double lift or double turnover technique for years, to be able to get that happening pretty smoothly, pretty quickly. But it's one of those things. I think it's worth the effort, because if you're able to do that without any delay or any hesitancy on your part, it really becomes a non-move. There's no suspicion whatsoever on just picking off the top card and showing it to your audience. As opposed to, something like that. Trying to avoid that riffle at all costs is what I would suggest. So it takes a bit of practice, but I think it's worth the work to be able to just do a card move as it should really look. So that's it. That's my tip and trick for today. And normally I love it when you guys share these videos, but be careful with this one because it is talking about a specific magic technique. I don't necessarily want the secrets all over Facebook. So just be discriminate when you share it. Make sure you're only sharing it with magicians. But thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time on Ryan's Tips and Tricks for Magicians.